Trigger warning, the following clip contains a dad joke.
Oops, that was it. That was a mistake. Better than my first attempt. I think that was just a missed take. But I seem to be doing things like that all the time, or just forgetting to do something. Some mistakes are relatively easy to forgive and forget. Others have consequences, and sometimes serious ones. That makes it harder to forgive, especially if they affect others. So, how do we forgive ourselves? And what happens when we don't or can't forgive ourselves?
Forgiving yourself is like washing out beetroot juice you carelessly spilt down your favourite white t-shirt. The first step is to act quickly and put it into soak. Otherwise, with time, it may get fixed. It may take repeated washes, the stain will gradually fade, and if you're lucky, it may be hardly noticeable at all. But you'll always know it's there. But you can live with it as a reminder to be more careful next time.
I once knew a man who had done bad things and he'd been in prison a few times, and on one occasion he was wrongly convicted. He was a devout Christian, he'd made his confession and he'd turned the corner and was living a new life, but he could not stop talking about it and he could not forget it. And I said to him, do you know, God is sometimes far more willing to forgive us than we are to forgive ourselves. And you need to learn to forgive yourself. Everybody else has.
Forgiving yourself is the hardest part of faith, maybe the hardest part of life. Early on, we are shamed, aren't we? Our parents do that because their parents did that and their parents did that. But God, our parent, doesn't shame us. God loves us. And so we have to relearn how to look at ourselves whenever we mess up. So forgiving ourselves is what we should do, what we don't often do. It's hard to forgive ourselves. I think it's much easier to forgive others. Yeah, but we hold on to our own self-hate. That causes problems.
And we're talking about forgiving ourselves because that guilt we feel points out that something's not quite right. And then we're supposed to accept the forgiveness we are offered and move on, grow, learn, be free. But so often, as everyone has said, we find it hard to accept that forgiveness. And that guilt turns into shame. And that shame is destructive. Nothing can thrive in shame. It holds us back and brings us down. So while accepting that we've done things wrong is pretty hard in its own right, the next challenge, out here in the wilderness, out where it is difficult, is to accept that we are forgiven.